Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want
it. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, to pick up of 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the shotgun snap to Allen. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Leonard Fournette. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down. On the run, it's Fournette. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Allen. It's caught. Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. Fournette, a first down carry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Tight ends on the loosey. Hey, 4 down. He's crashing.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. First carry for Darius Geis. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So after the INT, it's Allen looking downfield for Jones. He's got him in, complete. And some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 83 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there. Round 80. 54 miles. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Greystone, Travis.
They'll give Fournette another crack. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is...
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Josh Allen keeping it himself from a yard out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now Breeze on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Hey, Delta.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking deep for Julio. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with Geis. Room here to run. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Darius Geis, his 21st touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, it's not going to. We still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Let's go. 24 is the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's going to rifle one deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Breeze. This one complete to Christian Kirk. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Here's Geis. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And the pressure gets to him again.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. This complete to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Allen now 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Here's Allen. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Allen again. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Here's Allen to throw it. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. DeMarcus Lawrence. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game? Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Breeze. Open target here, Darius Slayton. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11, and it's third down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Opposite. 6-man. Check curls.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. From the gun, it's Breeze. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running set.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
And it's third down.
95-56.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
He's checking.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
4 down. Check. Monday. 24 is the mic. Go.
On third down, Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Mike, Mike, spot forward. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. All 52.
And here's Allen on third down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Double dog. That's the way. Hey, home.
Throwing on second down. Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Allen now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Josh Allen in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Ready. Break it down, fellas. Break it down. You ready?
So after the INT, it's Breeze. Off to Geis on the screen. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Out of the gun, Geis. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Right there.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Allen off the play fake. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Julio Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Myers connects on the PAT, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. He'll have a first down past the 40. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, this is Geis. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Ready? Yellow lady. 54. I got you, boy.
Now on 2nd and 13. Breeze able to find his running back, Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Allen now looks to throw. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards the pickup there. Allen now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Julio Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is down to 2. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They'll get 34 yards there.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Oh, nifty juke there. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Darius Geis, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
X3, 218, chop it. 56, 56. Bravo! Right there, 54.
Now Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to...
Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Saints, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like 10